Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. Once again, it's Ben Neal, also known as Radius with the Hunters RC Race Team, sponsored, of course, by Hunters Toys and Collectibles. And today we're going to be looking at race number 8, which happens to be the last race for the Outlaw RC carpet season. Was a fantastic event, again, put on by Outlaw. In fact, the whole season was a really good season put on by Outlaw, including the highlights of the year, which were Conquer the Carpet and partly, for me at least, IOCC. But yeah, this brings to the close the winter/carpet season. So today we're going to be looking at race number 8. I raced both the two-wheel buggy class and, of course, my favorite, the stadium truck class. So coming up next is going to be Q2 for two-wheel buggy, which happened to, again, be my best qualifying run. Both buggy and stadium truck was Q2. So without further ado, coming up next is going to be Q2 for two-wheel buggy.
Patrick, Connor, Greg, Wade, and Brad, please don't go before we hear your name called. Stay here for a reason here. Give you a couple laps there and then touch on all the time. Little leaderboard Wade is going to fly to the 1.0 the gap right now, 0.6, now 0.8. Caution on the table, caution on the table. All clear, thank you, guys. Race leader Wade Moses, Dan Tiller 2, Blake Garcia 3, Patrick Buck 4, Ben Neal 5, and Carl Moses in 6. You close out. Actually, everybody top 4 really tight right now. Less than a second between your top 4 drivers. But it's Dan, Patrick, Greg, and Wade now. Caution on the table, tight on the table. Okay, looks like Wade going to a roll, and they're going to drop him early out of battle.
Go, Dan.
Let's find some traffic here. Connor, you have leader coming up on you, so Connor, martial action on you. Everybody else is going to put his work on track here.
Sorry, Connor. Caution to the middle. Caution to the infield.
Caution to the double. Caution to the double. Go tight or wide. Tight or wide. All clear. Connor, action on you. That is number 3. Connor, action on you. Greg Garcia behind you, number 3. Action on Connor still, that yellow car behind you, use number 3, so you can better room there. Thank you. So, Dan, Patrick, Greg, Wade, Ben, and Connor running order. Wade, action on you. Wade, 5.7 on that lead battle. Everybody separated in a few seconds here, close by Patrick and Greg. Once again, Wade, action on you, that is second. He is battling that with Greg Garcia. Wade, you have Greg behind you, profit for that. The 339 here to go. Dan, Patrick, Greg, Wade. Now Ben on top of that 4, Wade down to 5, and Connor in that 6. Patrick trying to catch Dan, 4-5 the gap, let's find Dan on track, coming up on Ben Neal, so Ben Neal, action on you. Dan Schoenberg up over the backside table. Left side straight.
Go, Dan.
Thanks very much. Dan Schoenberg kind of saw Greg Garcia, you top 3. There's Wade, Dan, and Connor, 4, 5, 6. Everybody separated. We're over 4 seconds here now. And so just as I say that, Patrick and Greg tighten it up a bit more. 2-3 to gap now. And everybody is where you can get. So 1, 2, and 3 early. Dan, Patrick, and Greg, then Ben, Wade, and Connor running order. Action on Connor Marshall, action on you. Thank you. Everybody else here with the open traffic now. Going 3 together through that left side straight, front side straight, over the loop they go. Greg Garcia in that 3 inside Dan Schellenberg on track. So Greg and Dan get a little bit closer. There's a bit of room there. He's got a couple corners though. Under the remain now. 45 seconds left. 45 seconds left in this upright race 5. Open field drive. Race 5. Open field drive. Up next. All 6 of my corners and all 5 corners. There's going to be restricting some cross half the table or cross half the table real quick. So 5 drivers in this race, not including corner. So Dan, Patrick, and Greg, clear top 3, then Ben, Wade, and Tom, and the rest of you run orders. Cross the table, cross the table, cross the table. Plate the table. All players in the ground. Connor, action on you. One more, thank you. Wade, you will be next year. Guys, go tight there, go tight.
Oh, sorry, Chris.
Good. Getting fancy with it. That's time, man. You hear your name called, you are done. Patrick Clark done. Patrick Clark is the only one done. Dan Schellenberg done. Greg Garcia done. Right when Crosser done. Wade done. Waiting on Connor Marshall.
All right, that was Q2 for 17.5 two-wheel buggy, and overall a bit of a messy qualifying run for myself. I've been struggling a little bit with rear end grip just because the tires are worn, and this is the last carpet race of the season, so I don't really want to glue up a brand new set of tires just to have them sit there for most of the summer while we go outdoors and race dirt. So kind of my fault, but you know, it made me over rotate a few of the corners, especially getting on the power. The rear end would kind of just step out slightly, and that's why I ended up kind of going between the 2 pipes on the left side of the first tabletop jump there. Kind of just over rotated, didn't really line it up properly, jumped the jump, and ended up in the wrong spot. So totally my fault. Just something to think about for next year as we continue with tires throughout the season as we were using them. Connor and myself got a little tangled as well if you watch the video. I think Connor was kind of making room for Dan Schellenberg, who was getting through both of us, and between the 2 of us we kind of got tangled up there a bit. So sorry to Connor, I didn't mean to do it, buddy. It's not really something I want to do, and I don't think you really are trying to hit me either. So sorry about that. It's just, you know, racing incident. And also sorry to Chris Mueller. Obviously I drove through his legs. Chris, I had thought that you were going to stand there and just let me go by, and then you took a step forward to go through, and I'm kind of just glad that I wasn't going, you know, full speed when I was coming through that section. So sorry. I never ever wanted to drive through Marshall's, but I thought he was standing there and letting me go when he took a step forward, so I didn't really anticipate him to doing that. Anyway, that's the last of the qualifying. Again, I qualified 5th for two-wheel buggy, and I carried that into the race. So coming up next is going to be Stadium Truck.
Patrick on the tone. Connor. Ben. Wyatt. Jason. And we're off. Connor with the first fast lap, 11.5. Patrick 11.7. Ben 11.9. Patrick follows it up with 11.2. All right, with a couple laps in the books, we've got Patrick, Jason, Ben, Connor, and Wyatt.
Did I get that lap?
Everybody's got the right lap here.
Okay, thank you.
New fast lap out of Patrick, 11.2. 11.1. .120 gone, 3:40 to go. It's Patrick, Ben, Connor, Jason, and Wyatt. Connor's first fast lap is still his first lap at 11.5. Ben's fast lap was the last one at 11.5.
thank you.
Wyatt, you've got Patrick right behind you. If you can let him by, please. Thank you. All right, 2:15 gone, 2:45 to go. Patrick, Ben, Connor, Jason, Wyatt. Ben with an 11.4 that last time by. That was his fast lap of the race. Followed it up with 11.5. Connor across the line with a 14. Three minutes gone, 2 minutes to go. Patrick, Ben, Connor, Jason, and Wyatt. Patrick in front of the RD booth going over the double. Coming up on Wyatt. Connor pulling off. So that's going to give Jason the number 3 spot.
Thank you. Oh no.
Just over 1 minute to go. Patrick's got a couple of 11-1s, it looks like back to back. Got an open track in front of him. That was an 11 flat there, Patrick. Good job.
Patch.
Follows it up with an 11-1. So 30 seconds left. Final 10 seconds. Next up, two-wheel drive slash class. Start getting ready. That's the time, but keep going until it's done. Patrick's hitting the stage.
Whoop. Tommy Nelson. Caution on the left, caution on the left. Whoa, right through the
Patrick's
legs.
done. Wyatt's done. Jason's done. And Ben is done. That is a race. So Patrick, 26.506.
All right, so that was the Q2 for Stadium Truck, which happened to be my best heat of the day for qualifying for Stadium Truck. And overall, I finished third. So I'm third in qualifying going into the mains, which is pretty good. Compared to Patch and Connor, those two boys are absolutely flying. If you look at Patch, for example, his lap times are capable of being, top of the pack even for a two-wheel buggy, even though he's driving a vehicle that's, probably 150 to 200 grams heavier than a two-wheel buggy. So on a tight track, it's really surprising to see those kinds of lap times and how consistent he can be with running that vehicle. So congratulations to Patch. I believe he probably finished the race season overall in first place for Stadium Truck, and same to Connor. Congratulations on coming second, I believe, overall to Patch. These two boys are smoking fast and very good examples of up-and-coming racers. And speaking of which, just big highlight to Jason Marquez. If you notice, a couple of times in the video, he did let me go by. Thank you so much, Jason, for doing that. Jason is a fantastic example of how I believe all of us should be racing with each other, especially in qualifying. It's better for all of us to let the other or faster drivers through because it doesn't impede your lap or their lap. So if you can allow them to get through, highly recommend that you do that. Don't just park yourself there thinking that you're doing your qualifying so they should drive around you. what'll happen is you'll end up sacrificing your time versus just letting them go for a short period of time. So thank you very much again to Jason for being such a great racer, and look forward to racing with you again next year. Coming up next is going to be the main for Stadium Truck, so strap in and we'll have a look at that race.
All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. No pass until after that first tabletop. We go race on the tail in less than 5. Clean start away for these guys. Go clean. Go self-reflected out. Guys in the back play nice with each other. Open and lock here. You got 5 minutes to work it out. You're going for a roll over there. Corner's trying to get in there. So early race leader is going to be Connor Marshall. 1, 2, 3. Already coming up on Mueller. So Mueller action on you. That is leader there. Thank you. Those 2 cars behind you as well. So Patrick, Connor, Ben, Wyatt, Jason, and Mueller, you're running over. Patrick front straight, through the loop he goes, 11-4. Fast goes 11-1 by Connor Marshall. So Connor, keeping it nice and tight to this point. 8 between the 2 of them coming up on Jason. With Jason Marquez, action on you. Jason Marquez, action on you. Jason Marquez, action on you. And one more there, Jason, that car behind you as well. Wyatt, action on you, those 2 cars. One more, please, one more, thank you. Alright, Ben also up there, so Jason and Wyatt, that pink and he's fast truck. Alright, 3:15 remains. Patrick, Connor, Ben, Wyatt, Jason and Chris, you're running order right now. Fast off on the racers. Patrick Claus, 11.13. He's got 1.4 seconds up on Connor. They are together on track, together on clock. We're going to have leader coming up on you soon. Thank you very much. There will be one more there as well. White and red is also one of the leaders.
I don't like him.
So Patrick, Connor, Ben, Wyatt, Jason, and Chris, your current order. Thank you, Chris Miller. Connor's trying to get up to Patrick here. Got now 2-0. 1-7 now for Connor. Stretching it down a little bit that time by. Goes a couple cents quicker. There's 11-8 to Patrick. 12-1. Let's see what they are now. 1-7. Now 1-5. So Connor closing a couple tenths each lap here with 2:25 remaining. Halfway through this race, just over.
Oh, caution in the infield.
Caution infield. Caution infield. Still there. Caution infield. Caution infield. Patrick getting hung up on the corner Marshall's foot. Unfortunately, with him, they put Connor right on the track bumper. Jason, action on you. Those 2 cars, please. One more. Thank you. Let's play nice with each other. The Pat's going for an enforcement. And run on to Connor. Connor going for a little bit wide left over there just to cautious. Patrick now has 4.5 seconds cushion. Roughly half a lap there. 1:45 remaining. Patrick, Connor, Ben, Wyatt, Jason, and Chris running order. Connor going to try and close that gap back down. Hope that Patrick has a few mistakes here. We'll see what he can do. See if Patrick can pull along with it here. 1:30 remains. Ben's only 5.3 back of that gap, so he can slip it up there as well. Wyatt and Jason are in the battle. 1.2 between the 2 of them. Here we're action on you. Thank you. You guys know the leader's colors at this point. Yellow and orange is leader. White and red is second. You see him coming up on him, giving some room. Ben Neal is also being third. Talking off the table, tight off the table, tight off the table. Don't drive right into him, not six. So Wyatt and Chris there together on track. Wyatt is leading on cross though. Corner in the center, corner in the center. So there we go. So, caution right side double, caution right side double. Go tight, go tight, go tight. And roll it. Smart thing to do. Thank you very much, Patrick.
Come on. Sorry, Jason. Get out of my. Kids these days, right? No respect for their elders.
That infield double, right side double, and the backside table he goes. Down on the straight through the sweeper, and across the loop. Let's check his time, 12-0. Shot last still out of second place, Connor Markham, 11-1-09. His average lap right now, 11-8. Top stars, Foster done. Mueller, and so everybody, they're getting caught waiting on Wyatt.
And there it is. That's the Stadium Truck main, and also the last Stadium Truck race for the Outlaw RC race season for carpet. Overall, it was a pretty good race. A couple of mistakes from myself, unfortunately, which caused me to lose a bit of time. I did manage to finish third overall for the race, which was pretty good. Again, coming third to Patch and Connor. Every single time we've had these races, I think we've probably finished on the podium the same way for the last 4 or even 5 races. So I'm pretty happy with the consistency so far overall for the season. Wyatt and myself, we had a little bit of a battle for a couple of laps there, and it's always nice to see young drivers that are moving up in the sport and getting to battle with them as we're out on track. I'm not sure if Wyatt and I were even on the same lap and if he was just trying to hold his position being on the same lap as me. But, you know, we had a pretty good race there, and I managed to get away from Wyatt without really too much of an incident. So thank you very much to Wyatt for doing that. But overall, had a great Stadium Truck run, great end to race 8, and a great end to a carpet season in Stadium Truck. Just couldn't be more thrilled with how my truck ran, and I'll definitely be working on it for the future. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve which I would like to try for the next race season. Coming up next is going to be the main for Two-Wheel Buggy and the final carpet race for the season.
Well, last race though.
Driver's ready, Martin's ready. They're passing until after that first tabletop. They're racing on the toe, less than 5. Pretty nice start.
Oh.
Guys work with each other, work with each other. It's only the first lap, and the guys are already 2 laps down.
How can it be 2 laps down? I know, but that's because I got hit twice.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, if the event gets handled up, a couple other guys jumping way down to that 8th position from the 5. He's going to try and fight his way back up to the top. Speaking of the top, let's have a look at it. Dan Kellenberg coming across the line, 11.3. Patrick, 11.5. And Connor, 11.7. Red Wade fights Cody and Ben Redley on order.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Go, Dan.
Cody, you have leader coming up on you, Cody before. Thank you. All of our leaders are coming together. We're calling out Dan Kellenberg, Patrick Fogg, and Connor Marshall, and Greg and Wade. They're all comfortably on the rest of the field. You see them coming up on the road. Go. Caution front straight, caution front straight. Go tight front straight, tight front straight. Still there, tight front straight. Still there, all clear. So Dan Kellenberg, Greg Garcia, Wade Moses kind of saw it. Connor Marshall, Fuzz, Ben Neal, and Cody Bouchard. Caution off the table, wide off the table. All clear. So Dan Kellenberg, 5.4, second lead, let's find him, backside table, open shot in front of him. Rock car behind him. Buzz, you got second place, not second, but Buzz, you got a car over there. Let's find everybody else here. Greg, we're going to be driving, so Dan action on you. Then Wade and Patrick are back on there. So Dan, Greg, Wade, Patrick, Connor, Husband, and Cody here on notice. Only one to comfortable lead right now, even Wade Slater, Dan Kellenberg, 5-9 years down. Greg in that too, let's find him on track, coming up on Ben Reynolds, and then action on you.
I got it.
You follow you will be next. You guys got a little bit of time to go, so. Buzz action on you, that's Slater, thank you, and Patrick action on you, that is the
Go, Greg.
behind you, thanks, Let's
go, Greg. Giddy up.
So Thank you, Ben. So Dan, Greg, and Patrick, your top three. Patrick 3-9 back of Greg, trying to close that gap. Cody, you got first and third behind you there. Cody Gasol, back on you. One more there, one more. Cross the straight, go wide on 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 the straight. Still there, still there, still there. Clear. Turn up the kill Jordan. Dan Silverberg, Greg Garcia, Patrick Claus, Marco Benio, Wade Moses, Claus and Cody Gassard, you're running over. Cody Gassard, action on you. You've got second place behind you. Benio, action on you.
Oh,
So Cody, one more, that's Cody, one more. And, okay. One minute range of time on down our 8-car field here. Dan, Greg, Patrick, Connor, Wade, Ben, Carter, and Cody. We're running over right now. 10.87 lead for racer Dan Schillenberg. He is checked out and gone. Greg Garcia, Patrick Claus, 2-1 now to gap. Patrick, that car in front of you is Greg. You're trying to catch him. Cross the table. Do not dump the table. Do not dump or
sorry, I was airborne.
Guys, when I call crossing, please be honest, because I know you were already committed to that one. Strong second lane now is kind of lying down. Dan Grant and Connor would be your top three if they finish out with this. Patrick falling out of that. So Connor has a great run, top three. It's his goal. See if he can make it happen. Time line down here, 3, 2, 1. Is Patrick going to make it by for another? No, he's not. He's going to get caught at the line. So that secures Connor's top three finish. So when he crosses down, waiting on Connor and Claus.
All right, and that is the last two-wheel drive buggy race for the carpet season at Outlaw RCBC. Bit of a really messy race. I was in 5th position to start, and by the time I got to the end of lap 1, I think I dropped all the way back to 7th spot. I think I was either 7th or 8th as I crossed the line. I think it was Cody who actually was just behind me, but I was, I think, 7th when I crossed the line. So awful start. It happens, unfortunately, in the heat of the battle. I got bumped all the way to the back. It's just the way it is. Running throughout the race, again, I made, I think, almost immediately after I got clipped, I made more mistakes and continued to compound the error. And only after, I think, 2 or 3 laps, did I finally get my act together and start, putting my head down and actually driving. If you can believe this, with all the messy action that was happening out there, I managed to finish 5th overall for two-wheel drive buggy. So I started 5th, I went to last, and then I battled my way back up to 5th spot. Unfortunately, I wasn't running anywhere near fast enough to continue or contend with the leaders, but I did jump Wade at the end there and managed to get back up into 5th place. So pretty good end of the season. A bit of a messy race overall. It's just the way it goes with some of the carpet races, unfortunately, but that's it. So that's the end of our carpet racing season. And as we finish carpet racing season, we're going to look forward to dirt. So for those of you who are not aware, we are going to be racing, and when I say we, I mean the Hunters race team and I, we're going to be racing at CAMRC this season, where we are going to race 10th scale and 8th scale outdoors on dirt. And there's a little event happening this coming weekend. Some of you may be wondering why I haven't posted my video lately. And to be honest with you, these 2 vehicles are really the reason why. This coming race weekend is going to be Big Barn out in Chilliwack. For those of you who do not know, there is a massive dirt race happening this weekend out in Chilliwack called Big Barn. I believe there's about 440 plus entries that have registered to race. I will be racing, as well as the Hunters Toys and Collectibles race team. For those who've been to the store lately, you've probably seen the 2 nitro buggies that are sitting there in the store as soon as you walk in through the front door. Those are 2 brand new 1/8 scale buggies that have been built by Carlos and Jared, as they are both going to be running the nitro class. I myself am going to be racing Jared's Arma Typhon, which is this one right here, in the 8 scale Sportsman e-buggy class and the 8 scale e-buggy spec tire class. And I'll also be running my B74.2D in the 10 scale 4-wheel buggy class. For those of you who are not aware, normally with this vehicle, I am running a 13.5 turn motor to stay compliant for spec tire or spec racing. In this race weekend, I'm not going to be doing that. I've installed my big boy 6.5 turn motor for my 4-wheel buggy. So yeah, apologies again for the delay in getting this race weekend or race recap up to you guys who are watching. Primarily, it's the fault that for these 2 vehicles, I've been just wrenching on them all week and cleaning them and gluing tires and making sure the boys and I are ready to go for this race weekend. So again, thank you guys all for watching. If you have time this weekend, try to come out to Chilliwack and support us at the Big Barn event. Otherwise, look forward to doing one more race recap after Big Barn is over. Thanks very much. This is Ben Neal with the Hunters RC Race Team signing off.